Welcome back to my channel, guys. Today I'm going to take you through how to do what was traditionally known as a low fade, but now is known as a shadow fade. I call it a shallow fade. Some people call it a hair fade. Whatever you refer to it as, today I'm going to show you how to do this haircut. And if you like what you see, please guys, as you're watching it, don't forget to like and subscribe. How to do a hair fade, low fade, shadow fade, shallow fade. There's too many names for it. I feel like barbers, we need to come to one unified name and say, look, the majority should just vote and say, okay, what should we call it? Because it's confusing for a lot of clients, because some clients come in and say, oh, can I get a hair fade? And barbers will be like, what are you talking about? Or they say, I want a shadow fade. Or they say, I want a low fade, and they end up with a low skin fade. So because of the confusion, I just decided to call it a shadow fade. Because a client will go into a shop and say, can I get a low fade? Thinking there's gonna be some hair left there. And then he leaves with a low skin fade, you know, or a drop fade. But yeah. Open blade, guys, open blade. This will mean that it's not taking it to skin. Put that open blade line all around. Now, you may have noticed this, or maybe you didn't notice this. But if you didn't notice it, let me bring it to your attention. You see when I did the open blade? See how I left this area here? Because I'm thinking about this shape up. And I'm thinking about when I shape him up, I want to catch as much hair as possible. And then at that point there, if I decide to fade it out, I will fade it out. But if you cut it off now, then you've made it your decision. So I'm instead just leaving that area. I'm going to leave that area to shape up and this area here, and I'll fade the rest of it in. Now, when you're doing a, whatever you refer to this haircut as, I'm going to call it a shallow fade because it's faded where there's still some hair there, like, you know, the shallow end of a pool where it's a lot lower, but there's still some water there. And that's the reason why I'm calling it a shallow fade. I put the open blade line there, and a shallow fade is like any other fade that you do. So what we're going to do is we're going to put my invisible line there, which means I'm not going to go above that area. And then with a closed 1.5, I'm going to go up to it and flick out. Go up to it and flick out. Go up to it and flick out. So keep doing that. And this is going to be a fade where I'll be fading down. While I'm cutting, you'll notice, well, you may not notice, but please pay attention to this, that as I'm coming here, I keep leaving this area. I leave that to last because I want to keep as much hair there as possible for the shape up. I'm going to drop down to the open 1.5. First of all, I'm just going to flatten the area where I'll be fading. Close the lever, flatten that area. I'm holding my hand at a very awkward position so that you guys can see it. Because if I do that, then I cover the hair. So if it looks awkward, it might not look awkward, but if it does look awkward, it's because of you guys so that you can see what I'm doing. Then I flip it around. Open number 1. My first invisible line was there. My next invisible line is going to be here. Drop it down. So with the open 1, go to that invisible line and flick out. Close the lever, go to that same place and flick out. And what you'll find is, at this point, you're likely to have your fade. Now it's not smooth. It can be smoothened out. Not even it can be smoothened out. It should be smoothened out. The fade will look a lot better at the end. But this simple basic step will mean that it's faded. Now, if you want to, you can take the 0.5 gauge and then go over this area here. But I don't always think it's necessary. I feel like if you use concentrated strokes, you'll be taking off more hair. And what are concentrated strokes? That means that you're making sure that the bristles on the gauge are going through the grains of the client's hair. Because what a lot of people do sometimes is just kind of like just rub, you know, just kind of, but they're not really touching anything. They are scratching a little bit, but it's kind of like they're just doing this. So they're doing a lot of motion, but they're not really doing a lot. What's better is to slow down, lean in, and go through the hair. And flick out. See you later, man. What you can do here is take the open blade and then just flatten that area where we put the original open blade line in. And you can kind of like just flick that area. Or you can do it with a 0.5 gauge. I don't think it's needed, but for the purpose of this tutorial, I'll do it. This is the open 0.5 gauge. And I'm just going through where I originally put my line, going through it and flicking out. Close the lever, go through and flick out. This is actually important to do, this stage here, because what you'll find is the haircut looks done, but then when you go through it with the open blade or the 0.5 gauge, you hear it scratching and you hear that it's cutting hair. So even though you may not have seen anything, this will make that fade smoother. And also, will help for the haircut to last longer and grow out a lot better. Right, now moving on to the shape up. I'm just gonna flatten this area ever so slightly, because I'm gonna have to take down this area anyway so it blends more in with this area. But I don't want to take off too much hair so that the shape up won't stand out as much. But I always feel like wait till when you're doing a shape up to do this area. Now, I know it's a bit heavier then. Let me just go over it now. This tutorial isn't about a shape up. So I'm just gonna go into the shape up and do it. Maybe give you some tips on what I'm doing. And one of the things I am doing is doing the sideline first and stretching it down as low as possible. And then right at the bottom is where I'm gonna catch the hair to do the curve, or the C-cup as it's popularly known as. From there, I move to the front. I start in one place, press down, pull away from the hairline, and I go across in a straight line to meet the sideline. Like I said, this is not a shape up tutorial, so I'm just telling you a little bit of what I'm doing, but I'm not gonna go into depth. I've got another video where I go into the depth of how to do it. I will link that in the description, so click the link and you can get into learning how to do a shape up. It's a proper full length tutorial on it. But for now, I'm just gonna go over this haircut a little bit. I'm gonna go over the shape up, then I'll do the rest of the haircut, guys, and bish, bash, bosh. Bob's your uncle, Sally's your auntie. Gonna shape up the back line. Now, this here is a very interesting thing because a lot of times people look at it and say, well, there's nothing to catch. But there is something to catch, trust me. And if you've got good trimmers, which are zero gap, you'll catch some hair there. This is the black Wahl cordless detailer, zero gapped as well. These are zero gapped. So let's see what these trimmers can catch. Let's show you some magic. The key is to make sure, like any shape up, you start in one place and you go up or down in a straight line. And look at that. We've caught some hair. It's made you see more of the hair, you know, that you couldn't see before because it was so shallow. You couldn't see it until we brought some definition to it. And that's why it's called a shallow fade. Come on, guys, let's get this petition going. Let's call this haircut a shallow fade. I need you guys to be on my side. I think the perfect name for this haircut is a shallow fade because look, it's faded from the top and it's faded to where there's still some hair. It's just very shallow at the bottom. I'm just doing some refining on this area. Refining, which you guys should know, I talk about it every haircut, which is just looking at the haircut and seeing what could be improved, how to make it smoother. If it's kind of darker in one area, bringing it down. If there's some, it might be like darker in that area there, a little dark patch. So open blade, close it a little bit and I can flick over that area. So this is what refining is. I'm not gonna go into the depth of what refining is because I talk about it in every video and hopefully you guys are not new to my channel and hopefully there are some new people to my channel. If there are, watch one of my other videos. I go a lot more into it. But today I just wanna talk about how to do a shallow fade. So I'm refining the haircut just to make it cleaner, smoother, and neater. And as you see at the front now, can you see why it was so important for me to leave the hair slightly darker at the front? And why I left this area here? Because it left some hair for me to catch rather than me taking it all off and then filling it in with enhancements or me taking away some definition from his hair. That is just unnecessary. So I'm just going over the shape up again, combing it out. And when I'm looking at the hair, if you look at this area right here, there, if you look at there, it's not smooth enough. And this area around here needs smoothing out. And this is why refining is so important in a haircut. And why it's good to just stop, step back, look at the haircut with fresh eyes. Because I always say, when you refine a haircut, do it right at the end. Like get through the haircut, get through the shape up, do everything, and then come back right at the end and then go over it. And you know what? I'm gonna take this some advice from myself. So actually, I'm gonna stop in about 10 seconds. I'm gonna do his beard, and then I'm gonna come back, and it'll be a lot easier to refine and see what's wrong with his haircut. Or maybe not what is wrong with his haircut, but what can be improved in his haircut. And I know I've said I'm gonna stop, and I haven't stopped because this is the challenge all the time. Because when I see things myself, I'm always like, oh, let me just quickly do that. Let me just finish that off. Okay, I'll move on in a minute, but you just have to say stop. So I'm stopping. I'm moving to the beard. I'm stopping for now. Moving to the beard, and I'll be back. All right, now we go back into the haircut. Now time to refine. Over this area, when I stepped back and looked at this area here, it just looked like it could be smoother. So what I'm doing here is just lightly flicking over this area to reduce the hair and to lighten up the hair ever so slightly. And just doing that will smooth it out. I always say to people, it's the same thing. When you're refining a haircut, it's not actually that difficult. All you're doing is reducing the hair somewhere, wherever it is. So if it's looking a bit blotchy here, I go over it and flick and take off some hair. If there's a line in the fade, you need to take that line out. So you need to go over the line and flick out that line and reduce the hair. If it's looking heavier here, then what you need to do is lighten up the hair in this area. So refining ultimately is just reducing hair. The question is, where are you going to reduce that hair? And that's the only thing you got to figure out. And it's easy. Wherever you see the problem is where you reduce the hair. So if it looks heavier here, then that's where I reduce the hair. If the line in the fade is there, that's where I reduce the hair. If it's looking blotchy here, then this is where I reduce the hair. I would always say be cautious with it. So if you're not sure of the levels and you're here, I'd be like, use your 1.5 first. And if it's taken off nothing, then drop down to the open one, go over that area. If it's taken off nothing, then drop down to number 1. If it's taken off nothing, then drop down to the 0.5 gauge. But you know, be cautious. Don't just be like, okay, I think it's a 0.5 gauge or open blade and go straight into it. Because if you're wrong, you're gonna put a patch in the client's hair and have a lot more work to do. And then once again, I will go over the shape up just to complete this haircut. Guys, you've gone through the haircut with me and we spoke about the different names for this haircut. It'll be interesting, first of all, for you guys to let me know, what do you call this haircut? And I've explained to you why I feel it should be called a shallow fade. Because like a swimming pool, the shallow area has little water there. So I call it a shallow fade because there's little hair left at the bottom here. You know, it goes shallow, so it's like a shallow fade. I actually think that we should start something where we should just get a unified name, because we can't be calling it hair fade, shadow fade, shallow fade, low fade, 0.5 fade. Too many names, it's too confusing. So I think we should call it shallow fade. And I need you guys to get behind me and start spreading this name so we can call it one unified name. So no matter what barbershop you go into, it's just one name. Get behind me, guys. I'm running for president to call this haircut shallow fade. And I need your votes. I'm joking. So there you have it. I took you through how to do a shallow fade, and I spoke to you about the different names that it's called in the industry. It'll be interesting to hear what you guys call it, and hopefully you're calling it now a shallow fade. I hope this tutorial has been helpful for you. If it has, please let me know in the comments. And if there's any videos you want me to do, let me know and I'll do my best to get around to it. You've been in a cut with SliderCuts. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video. And if it was helpful for you, share it with someone.